Good morning, Lacamas Leopards. Mrs. Mueller here with your morning message for the week of October 23rd. Now, this month, our character trait is on acceptance and belonging. And as we think of what does it mean to belong, we put up our community project, our whole belonging, saying you belong. To belong means that you have a place here. To belong means that you're befriended, that you're invited. There's all kinds of words that help us understand what does it mean to belong. When we belong to a community, the school, and guess what? You all belong. I belong. We have some responsibilities to make sure that it's the best place for all to feel that belonging and that safety at school. We have been having some issues on the playground. Now, our kindergarten, we're learning what it means to be like a leopard. And fifth grade, you've been here for a while, but that means you've also been together for the longest. And in those times, sometimes there are some problems that we need to solve. Well, they've been creeping up, and we need to take some action. So a couple things I'm asking for classrooms to do throughout your community circles is to bring those problems that are happening, and oftentimes it's on the playground, because that's a harder time because you have to manage yourself. Your teacher's not right there. But how do we solve problems? Now, in second steps, we have what we call our problems, our steps. First, you have to say what the problem is. Usually problems on a playground have to deal with disagreements or maybe not getting quite your way. You have to name that. Whether a ball was in or out can be a big problem if we let it be. But we don't need to let it be. Then you have to think of solutions. Now, things like a problem like whether a ball was in or out, we solve it quickly so we can get back to playing. And we solve it with rock, paper, scissors. But guess what? Kindergarten, that's how we solve problems. And if you don't win with rock, paper, scissors, you don't make it another problem by showing that you're upset. You go with that solution. We want to make sure that there's outcomes. When we think of what the outcome would be, if we get physical with someone on the playground, the outcome is you don't get to be out on the playground with others. It's not safe. You don't get a hit. You don't get to make threats. You don't get to yell at people. Here at Lacamas, we want to manage and solve our problems so that we're able to be like a leopard and all belong. See where I'm going here? And then we have to pick our best solutions and move forward. So this week, during your community circle, I want you to talk about what are some things that might be coming up. What are people's thoughts and feelings? Because for every action, people have thoughts and feelings. And sometimes they're thinking about you, especially if you kind of lose it a little bit or you show you're really angry. There might be some thoughts about you. Well, what are those thoughts and feelings when we're maybe not handling ourselves the best? And then we have to think of how others feel and how we can pick a better solution and practice that solution. So, LeBron James, he is a famous basketball player. And one of the cool things is that he really wanted to give back to his community and help kids. And so he wrote a book. And the book that LeBron James wrote is called I Promise. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing, and some of you have already read it, but I want to be thinking about here, we all belong at Lacamas. And we're going to have problems that come up, and we need to learn how to manage and handle them. And that takes all of us together. But this book, I Promise, talks about you each individually. What's your part? Let's read just a little bit together. I Promise, written by LeBron James and illustrated by Nia Mata. To all the kids that started it all, my I Promise families of Akron, Ohio. These promises are for you, and I hope that they may be helpful to every student, every classroom, every family across the country. You all inspire me each and every day. I promise. I promise to work hard and do what's right, to be a leader in this game of life. I promise to go to school and read as much as I can, to follow the rules and respect the game plan. Now, I promise to respect my elders and peers, that's your classmates, just the same, to leave new places better than I came. I promise to stay true, keep my head up, and never give up no matter what. I promise to dream big, to love bigger, to be a team player and a winner. Now that doesn't mean like winning all the games. That means being a respectful, responsible, safe, and kind citizen of Lacamas. That's a winner. I promise to cross bridges and break down walls, to rise with the sun and learn from the falls. I promise to be courageous and to be free, to strive for greatness. I promise to be me. Now at the very last page, there's a whole list of things that he wants us to promise. To go to school, be here. To do your homework, to listen to your teachers because they're going to help you. To ask questions and find answers, to never give up no matter what, to always try your best, to be helpful and respectful to others, to live a healthy life by eating right and being active, to make good choices for yourself, to have fun, and above all, to finish school. Boys and girls, this week, keep going over how are we belonging and what does it mean to belong here at Lacamas, and what are ways that when we have conflicts, because we will, that we help solve problems, and that always we're like a leopard, because Lacamas leopards, we're respectful, responsible, safe, and kind. Let's make it a great week.